Arizona Horizon will hear from two winners of the Bartlett and Steele Awards for investigative business journalism. And a local program helps young people solve their troubles in the great outdoors. That's on the next Arizona Horizon.
Next time on Finding Your Roots, trailblazing appears to run in the family.
They didn't tell me about her, the rebellious part of her life.
Gloria Steinem, Sandra Cisneros, and Neil Patrick Harris.
Now it's getting good.
On the next Finding Your Roots.
Tonight at 7 on Arizona PBS.
Prison is not about rehabilitating. It just isn't.
This is a full-time, total commitment. When that door closes, you're at Bard College.
It changes your whole outlook.
That is where transformation happens. That is what stops people from coming back to prison.
Tonight at 8 on Arizona PBS. Explore new ideas and new worlds here on Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University.
Arizona PBS provides you great musical performances all year long. And now we have some of the best seats for you to see some of your favorite acts live and in concert. Arizona PBS Box Office presents a backstage pass for you to meet world-class performers and offers a chance to see exciting performances before they sell out. This month, Arizona PBS Box Office presents
Cirque Dreams Holidays Electrifies, a 2019 holiday season, Friday, December 20th at Comerica Theater.
Coming up next on Arizona PBS, Life and World.
Your favorite PBS shows, ready to watch when you are. Anytime, any place. Find more ways to explore than ever before.
Coming soon to Arizona PBS.
Washington Week is an island of civil discourse in a chaotic media environment. On Friday night, we gather the best reporters in the nation and have a conversation that's about informing the American people.
Washington Week.
All new Friday night at 7 on Arizona PBS. Support for Arizona PBS comes from viewers like you and from
At Biltmore Loan, assets like diamonds, rare collectibles, or sports memorabilia can become cash. We respect your privacy and buy our loan on most things you own in Scottsdale or Chandler or online at BiltmoreLoan.com.
At Biltmore Loan, we say yes when the banks say no.
AJ's Fine Foods, offering gourmet appetizers, fine wines for entertaining, and decadent desserts for all your special occasions. Find 10 Valley locations at ajsfinefoods.com. AJ's, purveyors of fine foods.
Hospice of the Valley, a not-for-profit community hospice for patients nearing end of life and support for their families. HOV.org.
From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
We've reported to the police, FBI, the Navajo Nation Police, and they put up posters, flyers, just to try to continue on for her.
The latest move by the White House to help families of missing and murdered Indigenous women.
Plus, as many of us prepare to gather with our families for Thanksgiving, we get expert advice on how to handle political talk around the dinner table.
And we'll explore atmospheric rivers and how they can warn us of droughts and floods before they even happen.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Marcela Baedo.
And I'm Matthew Roy. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Just a few hours ago, President Donald Trump signed an executive order creating a task force on missing and murdered Native American women.
According to the National Crime Information Center, over 5,700 American Indian and Alaskan women, or Native women and girls, were reported missing as of 2016. But less than 120 of those cases were logged with the Department of Justice.
The president's executive order will invest $1.5 million in hiring coordinators in 11 U.S. attorneys' offices, including here in Arizona. They'll work to better coordinate how law enforcement responds to violence against Indigenous people, especially Native women.
The plan will also allow tribal or local law enforcement to seek assistance from the FBI. Arizona is among several states working to learn more about missing and murdered Native American women and girls.
Cronkite News reporter Annika Abbott attended a hearing in Tuba City where a newly formed state committee is trying to address these tragedies and bring families some sense of closure.
Over the past century, Indigenous women all over North America have gone missing. Their disappearances and murders too often unsolved. As Native women have begun speaking out on behalf of their mothers, sisters, and daughters, government officials have started to work on figuring out just how many women are affected and what is causing them to vanish. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, Indigenous women are 10 times more likely to be murdered than the national average. More than 8 in 10 experience violence in their lifetime, and more than 80% of victims have been involved in a domestic violence dispute. In August, Governor Doug Ducey signed legislation creating a study committee on the problem. Because funding was not immediately released, the work so far has moved at the speed of bureaucracy, according to committee chair Jennifer Germain. The committee recently gathered to hear from the public. I spoke with lawmakers and family members of victims about their frustrations and what comes next. Lawmakers, tribal leaders, experts, and community members pack into a hotel conference room in Tuba City. It's the second study committee meeting on missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. Family of victims are here to testify and learn more about the state's progress. Navajo woman Latoya Apachito seeks help finding her missing sister-in-law.
Ways to try to search for her, try to get answers. Most part, just pray she comes home safe.
Among the greatest challenges in solving the issue, building an exhaustive and accurate database of victims.
Some of the details that we're looking for are not in queryable fields in law enforcement databases. They're in police report notes, they're in television interviews, they're in newspaper reports.
The committee will be working with student researchers from Arizona universities to collect all this information. But one other problem, some relatives may be reluctant to go to authorities. Many families choose not to report their missing relatives, partly because of a mistrust in law enforcement, but also partly because of jurisdictional issues. For example, bodies of found murdered women may not be recovered for several hours to even more than a day because of those jurisdictional issues. If women are reported missing, or if a woman calls the police for help, the closest police officer can be 3 hours away. Even when reports are filed, some families say updates are few and far between. Senator Jamesita Peshlakai, a Navajo woman from Cameron, is a relative of 3 murdered women. She is vice chair of the study committee and translated for Mary Kay James, a Navajo woman missing her granddaughter.
She has not heard anything back as a follow-up from the authorities that have been searching. They've been given no updates as a family.
The study committee plans to hold future meetings on tribal lands so that those affected most can testify. It's expected to take several years just to build that database of missing and murdered women. The study committee plans to meet again in December, though the date and location have not been set. I'm Annika Abbott, Cronkite News.
Former New York City Mayor and billionaire Michael Bloomberg is making Phoenix his second stop on the campaign trail just days after formally announcing his candidacy for president. Bloomberg's campaign is placing extra importance on Arizona, which is being considered a key battleground state by many. Arizona is one of 4 states included in Bloomberg's record-breaking $100 million ad buy, and one of 5 states in which he plans to register 500,000 voters from underrepresented groups.
In short, I run my company according to my values: honesty, integrity, fairness, and inclusion. And that's the same approach that I brought to city government.
Bloomberg has also weighed in on issues such as gun reform, a wealth tax, and immigrant rights, all of which he says he supports and believes sets him apart from President Trump.
This week is Thanksgiving, and 27 days later, it'll be Christmas. This is why, if things go as they have in the past, the 2020 race will freeze in place until New Year's. Political experts say the freeze is very good news for Buttigieg, who, according to recent polling in Iowa and New Hampshire, has surged to the front of the pack in both states. And it's not bad news for the other three top-tier candidates, Sanders and Warren, as well as Biden. Their support in the teens to lower 20s in all early state and national polling is likely to stay right where it is. Who the freeze affects most negatively are those candidates trying to push into that top tier like Klobuchar and Yang. Friends and families everywhere will gather around the table for Thanksgiving this week. But with the country embroiled in impeachment proceedings, will that turkey and gravy be served with a side of political turmoil?
Cronkite News reporter Gabrielle Oliveira joins us in studio to explain just how to navigate the rough waters of a divided nation when gathering with those of different political stripes. I'm traveling to California tonight. What's going to happen at my dinner table on Thursday?
Well, to talk politics or not around the holiday table? That is the question for many families this holiday season, especially amid the ongoing impeachment hearings.
As the impeachment investigation continues, Arizonans might find themselves in some uncomfortable conversations this holiday season. Sally Heiser is prepared. Her plan? Avoid touchy topics as much as possible.
Just not a subject that comes up on the holiday because we try to catch up on each other's lives.
While Heiser plans to stick to safe subjects, Arizona State University student Julian Leher thinks it's important to tackle such matters head on.
And so it's not like a gotcha type of thing, like, haha, I know more than you. It's like, let's have a conversation so that both myself, the person I'm speaking to, and the people around me can learn more about the issue and about what other people think about the issue.
Jason Grumet heads the Bipartisan Policy Center, a Washington, D.C. think tank that advocates for people to work across the political aisle. He jokes some are calling Thursday's holiday Thanksgiving, but suggests that families find ways to talk about their differences.
This is a government of by and for the people, and we the people have got to step up a little bit. We can't have conversations with each other. It's hard to imagine that our elected officials are going to do much better.
And so while it may be tough to avoid talking politics this holiday season, those like Heiser and Leher are mostly looking forward to spending time with family.
The holidays are a time for thinking a little higher thoughts than we sometimes do, for joining each other together at meals and prayer at in circumstances where we don't have to bring up those subjects at all.
If you don't think you can dodge tricky topics this holiday season, experts suggest practicing how to have difficult conversations long before the table is set and the turkey is carved.
So if someone asks you something difficult at the dinner table on Thursday, what are you going to say?
I'd probably keep it real. I'd be honest. What about you?
I'll change the subject.
Really? What about you?
Oh, I'm going to be talking about football.
That's a safe topic.
Yeah, we got Bills, Cowboys.
There you go.
We got a lot of good teams.
Well, thank you, Gabby. That was a great reporting. Thank you.
The social aspects of our communities, not to mention a lot of the economic impacts that go along with that.
Coming up next on Cronkite News at 5, we'll take you inside the effort to bring high-speed internet to a rural Arizona town in the high country.
And a pair of powerful wintry storms are expected to hit the U.S. this week, bringing a mix of rain, snow, and wind that could impact your Thanksgiving travel. The details when Cronkite News returns.
The weather around Phoenix is just beautiful today. Let's take a look at the weather around the valley.
Thank you for joining us for the special edition of Cronkite News.
Here are the top stories that we're tracking today at noon.
Some of the best players for their program.
One town in Arizona plans to expand broadband access to attract businesses to boost economic development. Cronkite News reporter Peter Gong shows us how one fiber optic connection could attract better paying jobs. Peter?
Many businesses now rely on computer programs to track inventory, make deliveries, and even make their products. So having strong internet is vital to their business.
If you have some really good connectivity and a really good broadband connection in here, you could attract some businesses.
The town of Camp Verde could soon attract manufacturing businesses because of a plan to expand broadband access at this construction site. Camp Verde received a $239,000 grant from the Arizona Commerce Authority to install a fiber optic conduit for the White Hawk Business Park. So here at this construction site, the pipe has already been installed underground, so the plan is to connect the fiber optic line from the traffic light, run the line through the underground pipe, and then connect the fiber optic line to the buildings where it will be built at this construction site. Ayers says several people who have manufacturing companies purchased a portion of this property. Others have also expressed interest. Ayers says broadband access makes it easier to attract companies that create high-paying jobs. Most jobs in Camp Verde have low salaries.
We recognize that it is having an effect on a lot of the social aspects of our communities, not to mention a lot of the economic impacts that go along with that.
When the project is complete, Ayers aims to bring jobs that pay more than $40,000 a year to Camp Verde.
That's what the real goal is, to start to find a base of jobs out there, whether they be in manufacturing or in any one of the industries that would utilize good broadband and good connectivity.
Camp Verde originally planned on applying for the Rural Broadband Development Grant to run the fiber optic line, but missed the October 28th deadline. The town plans on completing the project whether they get the grant or not. Live in the media center, Peter Gahn, Cronkite News.
Winter doesn't officially start for more than 3 weeks. However, millions of Americans will be dealing with frigid weather and snow this week, and that will play a huge factor in Thanksgiving travel. The National Weather Service says a historic storm is hitting parts of the West Coast today and tomorrow, with Wednesday expected to be the roughest travel day this week. AAA reports more than 55 million Americans will be traveling at least 50 miles for Thanksgiving, and the vicious weather is going to play a factor for those hitting the road by vehicle as well as those traveling by air.
Depending on how the forecast shakes out, some airlines may choose to offer travel waivers or cancel or delay flights in advance. So definitely check in with your airline now and then as your trip gets closer.
And some travelers won't have much to be thankful for later this week. Another round of nasty weather is expected to hit many parts of the U.S. this weekend.
Coming up, I'll let you know whether you should expect potential showers on Thanksgiving Day.
And flooding and droughts can take a toll on many aspects of life in the valley. We'll talk to experts working on a way to better protect both.
You may have heard of the Pineapple Express, a massive amount of moisture up in the atmosphere that can cause a lot of flooding and destruction.
Now, scientists at the University of California, San Diego have created a way to categorize these events, much like hurricanes.
Cronkite News reporter Jordan Evans has more.
Out here in the western U.S., rain and snow contribute to most of our water supplies, and most of that rain and snow falls during the winter, largely from weather phenomenon known as atmospheric rivers. However, too little or too much precipitation can cause significant economic losses. I talked with a team of researchers in La Jolla to learn about a new scale they have created for these atmospheric rivers. The beaches in La Jolla, California are not only home to the sea lions, but also to a team of researchers at the Scripps Institution of Oceanography. They've developed a new tool to help forecasters and other parties plan for major rainfall events.
3, 2, 1. If an AR is about to make landfall, we can say that it's generally hazardous and that it will result in some flooding, and that will provide more information to forecasters and potentially emergency managers as well.
So before we get into the details of the scale itself, let me show you exactly what makes up an atmospheric river. And they are literally rivers of water in the atmosphere, several thousand feet up above the Pacific Ocean. And this is picked up by strong winds aloft known as the jet stream. And when that moisture gets rammed into the mountains along the west coast, then we see those clouds begin to form and eventually heavy precipitation for areas that just don't receive a lot of it.
Red line is the temperature and the green line is the relative humidity.
Weather balloons are just one tool these researchers use to determine the strength of an atmospheric river.
During the winter season, when we actually have storms, atmospheric rivers coming through, launching the radiosondes in those conditions gives us really novel information on the structure of the atmosphere, and those observations are actually the fundamental basis of numerical weather prediction, which is where your forecast really starts.
And balloons are just one piece of the puzzle. The other piece is a little bit more involved. Just like in hurricanes, the U.S. Air Force will send planes into these atmospheric rivers over the ocean to get readings days in advance.
And they'll release dropsondes, which are really similar to the radiosonde that you just saw launched from the pier. The aircraft then report the measurements directly back to the national centers that do the modeling.
Balloon launches and aircraft flights are key to determining the scale of an atmospheric river. The data collected helps answer several questions for forecasters.
How intense is the integrated vapor transport going to be over this local area, and how long will it last? And that helps us to then categorize this particular event that's impending based on the scale that was developed.
And atmospheric rivers don't just impact the coastal states. Here in the Southwest, we sometimes feel the effects too. Arizona, for instance, was hit hard by one in January of 2010.
We had a series of several weather systems that moved across the state. They were associated with atmospheric rivers. This brought about 3 inches of rain to the Phoenix area. Flagstaff had about 4 feet of snow. There were roof collapses. There was flooding a lot of locations, really strong winds. So it had a very large impact on the state.
And sometimes atmospheric rivers are labeled as drought busters. In fact, the 2010 event in Arizona nearly erased severe drought from the state. More recently, California's 6-year-long historic drought was completely erased in 2017, thanks to a series of atmospheric rivers. For states that rely on precipitation for water supplies, Michael Anderson with the California Department of Water Resources says the scale could be a vital tool for water planning.
Looking at the combination of both integrated vapor flux and duration, and being able to describe from a water management perspective that this gives us a way to describe that balance between how much is benefit and how much is hazard.
So the next step? Forecasters need to test the scale with upcoming atmospheric river events before it can become operational in the National Weather Service.
What we would need to see from there going forward, what does that necessarily mean? What does that, if you're going to be impacted by these different categories of atmospheric rivers, what are the impacts?
Now, because the National Weather Service is currently not using the scale in their forecasts, you can check out the category of an upcoming atmospheric river event on the Center for Western Weather and Water Extremes website. In the Broadcast Center, Jordan Evans, Cronkite News.
We now have Miller Thomas joining us here at the desk. It was beautiful in La Jolla where Jordan was, but is that going to look like what we're going to see this week?
I mean, I hope, but I hear that when I walk out of my house on Thursday, I'm going to have a plate or a turkey or something covering my head. What's going to be going on?
So don't expect weather like you just saw there in La Jolla. So we might actually see some rain later in this week, but before that, let's start with your Tuesday weather report. Now, as you guys are getting off work right now, temperatures are sitting about 59 degrees at 5 p.m. They're going to steadily decrease to 53 around 8 o'clock before they dip all the way below 50 as we head into the 10 o'clock hour. But how about tomorrow? Our valley highs tomorrow are about 71 degrees. That's the average this time of year. And we're going to be just a tick below that. As you can see, 69 Tempe, 69 Chandler, and that Cave Creek is actually going to be that cool spot for you at 62. Now, everyone keeps asking me, what about Thanksgiving Day? What is the weather going to be like? Well, actually, we got some showers here here. That's what we're going to be expecting on Thanksgiving, with temperatures staying about 71 degrees. So if you like to have turkey bowl, play some football before your meal, I suggest be careful because you don't want to track any mud inside the house. But how about your next 3 days? Now, we got some cloud coverage on Wednesday, 69. Then the chances of rain on Thursday are going to be 50%, and they're going to climb to 100% on Friday. But how about your weekend? If you're heading out to ASU versus U of A on Saturday for that Territorial Cup, might want to bring an umbrella. Chances of rain are going to be sitting about 70 degrees, and then temperatures are going to dip to 53 on Sunday before climbing back up on Monday and Tuesday. I'm Miller Thomas from the Cronkite News Weather Center.
Thank you, Miller. Up next, we will take you to Venice Beach Boardwalk, where women are uniting through the sport of skateboarding.
As journalists at Cronkite News, we report on stories that matter to you by focusing on the local impact. We dig deeper and work tirelessly to keep you informed.
Live in Wickerburg.
Live in Los Angeles.
In Cleveland.
In Washington.
In Louisville. From Jerusalem.
Live in Philadelphia. From around the world to right here in Phoenix.
At Cronkite News, we report the facts and stick to the truth.
On the next Arizona Horizon, we'll hear from 2 winners of the Bartlett and Steele Awards for investigative business journalism. And a local program helps young people solve their troubles in the great outdoors. That's on the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm Judy Woodruff. Tonight on the NewsHour, pro-democracy forces in Hong Kong deliver a stunning rebuke to Beijing at the ballot box. Coming up after Cronkite News and Arizona Horizon on Arizona PBS.
One sport that's commonly male-dominated is skateboarding, but a new Los Angeles-based all-girl skating community is focused on uniting women through a sisterhood that has a mission to empower women to break gender boundaries. Now, Cronkite News reporter Kirsten Corns joins us from the Los Angeles Bureau to share more on this all-girl group carving their own place in history.
Here in Los Angeles, where skateboarding was invented, I caught up with Arizona native and skater Kelsey Harkin, who is part of a movement to help girls and women get comfortable on a board. And it all started right down the street here in Venice Beach. Girl Swirl is not waiting for society to decide their future. They're carving their own path.
We basically started skating together, and the first night that we all got together, we were like, this is really magical. We want to get more girls involved and do group skates weekly.
Girl Swirl's mission is to empower women to break gender boundaries in the male-dominated sport of skateboarding. The mission to create an unbreakable sisterhood that offers support and sometimes literally picks each other up.
I just love that it's so inclusive and just makes you feel like you have a bunch of sisters and a community and a place that sometimes can feel a little lonely.
And for these members, it's as much about finding women like themselves as it is about the sport.
I grew up literally the only girl skater in my group of friends and in my town at that. And so I always thought I didn't get along with girls. And it just turns out I just didn't have any girlfriends that had common interests.
And now this united group of 7 to 40-year-old females is ushering in the next generation of girl skateboarders at their bi-monthly group skates. Here with the Boys and Girls Club of Venice at one of Girl Swirl's mini skate mentorships, they give free skate lessons to young girls ranging from elementary to high school.
I think one thing that Girl Swirl is showing is that not only that girls can skateboard, but girls can be girls when they skateboard.
The message that you can be whoever you want to be has influenced girls worldwide to start their very own Girl Swirl communities, including New York City and Brazil. Want to start your own Girl Swirl chapter? All it takes is for 2 passionate females to submit an application to girlswirl.com. In Los Angeles, reporting for Cronkite News, I'm Kirsten Corns.
I don't know about you guys, but I could never skateboard. I have such bad balance. Can you guys?
I'm awful at it. I could stand up on I've stood up on a board maybe twice in my entire life.
I can ripstick just a little bit, but that's about it. Yeah.
Next show, you're going to be doing the weather on the ripstick.
And a sweater.
And yeah, now you have your blazer, your suit.
Yeah, I'm trying to clean it up a little bit. Maybe I have a taco next week when I do it too.
Okay,
at least it's Taco Tuesday, baby.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for Cronkite News. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
And stay connected whenever news breaks by following us on Twitter and Facebook. Have a great night.
Prison is not about rehabilitating. It just isn't.
This is a full-time, total commitment. When that door closes, you're at Bard College.
It changes your whole outlook.
That is where transformation happens. That is what stops people from coming back to prison.
Tonight at 8 on Arizona PBS.
If you're looking for one show that tells you what happened that day in the world of business, it's NBR.
We saw a classic shipwreck.
Nordstrom's opening stores.
Triple-digit gains.
Crude climbs.
We're there to help our audience find new investment ideas.
The market still has room to go up.
Nightly Business Report is the longest-running business television program in history.
Weeknights at 10:30 on Arizona PBS. Explore new ideas and new worlds here on Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University.
See this patio? There used to be a motorcycle sitting there, a bike I didn't use and didn't want, so I donated it to public television, and they took care of everything. In addition to supporting my favorite programs, I earned a tax deduction. Turn something you don't need into something you really want. Contact the Vehicle Donation Program.
Coming up next on Arizona PBS, Life and World.
Michael Crow here, President, Arizona State University. I just want to say thank you to all of our PBS viewers. You all are taking the time to keep yourself up to date. You're taking the time to keep yourself active in learning. You're using the network and the university as a learning platform to advance your family. I think that's the way that everything's going to be moving in the future, and so we're really excited, and I just want to say thank you for watching Arizona PBS.
Coming soon to Arizona PBS.
Washington Week is an island of civil discourse in a chaotic media environment. On Friday night, we gather the best reporters in the nation and have a conversation that's about informing the American people.
Washington Week.